Pull.
Shot the shot.
Kick it. And the Hillman Jock Box.
Beer Sports Chirps, Week 5, NFL picks. Let's recap the Week 4.
It wasn't good. I had a tough go at it.
You and Dom actually, from doing the best last week in Week 4.
To the worst.
You had the worst, well, Week 3, should I say. Had the best Week 3, and in Week 4 you guys actually tied for the bottom with 9-6. Joe went 11-4.
Guy must know what he's doing.
Let's recap. I took Baltimore. It's a two-man show this week, by the way.
If you couldn't tell,
It's not like Dom and Joe are over here.
he's over. Yeah.
Yeah. Two-man show this week. I took the Ravens, Dom took the Ravens, Mike took the Steelers, Joe took the Ravens.
Oh, that kicker.
It was close. I was closer than I thought. This is actually the first time I actually ever watched the Steelers this year, and I thought Flacco was at least decent coming into the game, but I've realized
Yeah,
he's not that good.
I told you that.
I'm actually the only one going against the Ravens this week. We'll get into that later, though. We were all unanimous. Jets over the Dolphins. And I was right. I said the Jets would beat Miami, and they would fire Philbin after, and I'm kind of proud of myself.
You were pretty excited.
I was pumped.
I liked it. It's a good call on Miami's part. I mean, enough's enough with that.
I think he'd be a good coordinator. He can't handle the dogs in the locker room when it comes to being a head coach, though. We were all unanimous. Indy winning at home against the Jags. We all took Buffalo over the Giants. That was a big mistake. Buffalo just did not show up. Bad penalties all over. You're just not going to win a game that way. 2 touchdowns called back on penalties. And also they had a first and goal from the 2. 4 tries. Missed them all. They went for it on 4th, and they missed it. So realistically, if they just call the right plays and play cleaner, clean up their act a little bit, they would have won that game, but they actually lost 24-10, or 27-10, I don't know. I know they only got 10. We all took the Panthers over the Bucks. Panthers won, right?
They did.
Yeah, the Panthers won. I think, yeah, they're actually one of the few undefeated teams still. Me and Dom went Eagles. You went Redskins last week. And what was the turnout of that game?
The Redskins won.
Did the Redskins win?
Yeah, I told you. Those racist Redskins.
I didn't even know that.
They did. That was one of the games I made up on you guys because the rest was a joke. We took the Raiders. They lost to the Bears.
Yeah, Joe Mack was right. He took the Bears over the Raiders. He was the only one that got that.
We made fun of him for it.
We did. We bullied him all week. We gave him noogies and
Put his head in the toilet.
yeah, gave him some swirlies and
He got us back.
he did.
We all took the Falcons. They look good.
Falcons over the Texans.
Bengals are across the board. Next
Damn.
game.
Bengals, man, they're tough. All took the Chargers over the Browns. We almost all lost that one, too. That came down to the last second field goal, and the Browns got a stupid penalty.
Yep.
And Chargers won on a field goal. All took the Packers, obviously, over the 49ers.
I'll take Arizona.
Unbelievably, St. Louis Rams. How about them Rams? You just don't know what the
You
fuck.
don't know.
The Rams could show up or they don't. They're like Buffalo. Good defense, average offense, I think. But they can beat the best and they could lose to the worst. You really just don't know. I was right with the Denver over the Vikings.
Yeah, that was a good call on your part. I expected more from Vikings, and clearly didn't happen.
I just think it was in Denver.
Yeah,
If this was in Minnesota, I think it could have been Minnesota's game. I'm not saying it wasn't like a close game. I'm just saying that's a team. There's only a few teams that perform everywhere well, like New England, Green Bay, Denver. They can go anywhere and play.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's teams like Minnesota who play good at home, and then they go on the road and they just can't do nothing.
Like New Orleans and play good on the road and suck at home.
Or that's how like Buffalo is.
Jesus.
We all took Dallas over the Saints. We all lost that one. It was an early call for us because it was later in the week when they finally decided that Breeze would go. I don't know if that would even change my decision. I think I was still going to go with Dallas.
Yeah.
And we all did, and we all lost. Dallas really didn't show up. that much. We all went Seattle over to Detroit. And realistically, we all should have been wrong on that one.
Again, stupid play, stupid call by the refs.
Let's talk a little bit about the refs this year.
They're
Flags.
bad. I hate it. I'm like almost past like watching football. There's just too much flags.
Too many.
Like, I mean, Buffalo had 17.
17.
What did the Giants have?
10, I think.
So there's 27 fucking penalties.
Yeah.
Like every play is a penalty.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, there's just too much. They gotta let a little bit go. Like,
What I don't like, and I know we were talking about it, was penalties that are nowhere near the play are being called. I get it. It's been a part of the league for a long time, but I think they should look into it. Where if a play's happening 50 yards down the field and somebody's still at the line of scrimmage, getting into a skirmish or whatever, should that affect the play at all?
No, as long as it does not affect the play, I feel like the referee's got to use better judgment.
What did you say? I should be at the line of scrimmage holding that.
Yeah, if they're 50 yards from me, I should be able to hold somebody by their dick.
You should be in a full-out fight.
Yes. Who cares? It didn't affect the fucking play.
It doesn't. Because there was the Charles Clay touchdown late in the Bills game where he was all alone. Touchdown, deep ball, just by himself. Then they call a clipping, which wasn't even clipping, by the way, on Richie Incognito. And I think just because... What do you think the chances are that just because it was Incognito that was on?
Well, you gotta look at it like it's gonna be like that with any player that's got that reputation.
Exactly.
And it comes with the territory, and it's like that in almost any sport. Like look at hockey, like a Patrick Colletta, dude's getting penalties every time just because of who he is.
Yeah.
Same
as like Rafi Torres. He got 41 games for. It's even an iffy hit, but he has such a big reputation on
being dirty.
Yeah, dirty hits. That there really was no question about it. They gave him 41 games, half the year.
He didn't play last year.
Can you get rid of a player if he's suspended? Or is it sort of like in his contract where you have to wait it out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like an injury or something. But yeah, that was week 4. I went 10-5 in week 4. Dom and Mike went 9-6. Joe Mack went 11-4.
Still got the lead, 41-22 on the year.
Yeah.
It's close though. Dom 39-24, you 38-25, and Joe Mack 37-26.
I'm a game behind Dom. Dom's 2 games behind Mike, and Joe's a game behind me. So we're all right there. Let's go on to week 5.
I'm gonna get all. I'm just that confident in my picks. If you guys need some advice on Vegas betting, I'm gonna give us a call. Our number will be on the bottom of the screen right here. Just give it a click. Call us up. We'll give you some insights with the lines and stuff. We know people that know people, and
They know people.
Yeah. But we'll give you our actual straight up picks this week. We'll start with the Thursday night game. Across the board, Colts.
We're all going Colts on this one. Houston, I thought they were going to be tougher. I thought they were going to have a tougher defense. I mean, and this is a testament to even the Bills, Houston. The more money you put into the D-line, it almost looks like it doesn't even matter. We put, damn near $250 million into our defensive line, and I think our D-line has 2 sacks total on the year. Our D-line. That's not saying with blitzes from linebackers and safeties, but, they've paid Will Fork. They paid J.J. Watt all that big money. Something's not going right in Houston. And that's not saying anything's going right in Indy either. I mean, these are 2...
I think a lot of football is changing. I think football used to be based around defense wins championships. And I don't know if it's really that anymore because the game's opened up so much with the passes and stuff. If you don't have a good offense... we look at Tom Brady. He just picks apart every defense. It doesn't matter who your defense is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You could have all 11 players rushing, but if you have a guy who's making a cut 3 yards up, you're not going to sack him at all, and he's going to throw for 500 on you. And I'm not saying that's with Luck or Hasselbeck or whoever's playing for the Colts, because we did take that into consideration. Could be Luck, could be Hasselbeck. I'm going with Indy here.
Yeah, I think Hasselbeck's he's well off enough that he can beat him.
Yeah.
This first Sunday game, we got Chicago at KC. Joe took Chicago again.
Joe's rolling with the Bears.
I'm not going to talk shit this week because it came back to bite me, but I went with KC. I think both teams are kind of struggling.
Yep.
I thought KC was a little more of a powerful team than they really showed.
They both have the same record. That is crazy, though. It seems like the Bears are way worse, but I think they are worse. I don't think these records say these teams are real close because I think the Chiefs are a better team, especially in KC, which is a pit to play in. I think you got to go KC here.
Yeah,
I think Joe just feels, haha, fuck you guys left from last week, so he's going with them again.
He likes to just do random shit. I think that it actually worked out for him a couple times. So
today in his picks, when I got him on the phone, he literally said, haha, I'm just going to roll with the Bears until they lose, so I think this is the week where he stops rolling with the Bears.
This was last week, the next game, Seattle at Cincy. It's the first time I haven't seen a Seattle logo on our page all year.
Which I'm not saying, this isn't going to be a blowout. I think it will be a close game. The Seattle defense is looking tough again. I mean, as much as I said it, I didn't think a safety would mean as much to a defense, but wow.
Yeah.
He's got them 2 wins. Cam Chancellor came in, and he's got them 2 wins. They're back to 500. They're playing a 4-0 team at home, a tough team with a really, really high-powered offense right now and a good defense. I don't think the Seattle Seahawks have done anything to change their protection to Russell Wilson. I think the Bengals could sack him 100 times this week, and that's what's going to go. It's not going to be Seahawks defense versus Cincy's offense. I'm going at Cincy's defense versus Seattle's offense, and I think they stop them, and that's why I'm giving them the win. The Bengals here.
Yeah, everyone across the board, the Bengals. I just think that they're too powerful. And Seattle's running game right now, I don't know what's going on with Lynch or Jackson at this point, but
yeah, no, Jackson has a high ankle sprain. Lynch I know still has the hamstring. Could be more severe than people thought. Sort of the same stuff McCoy's going through.
Yeah.
So all these big name running backs are going down.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, I think
Bengals got this.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close one though. I think it will be a good game.
The next game, Washington at Atlanta. I had to bail on my Redskins this week.
Yeah,
I gotta go with the Falcons. I got to.
Yeah.
I mean, the running game there has been top notch. They look great.
they are.
They're at home. Washington's still.
Devontae Freeman.
He's a beast. I love him.
What a sleeper, man.
I got him in every league. He's just sitting there sleeping.
Just sleeping.
Give me 6 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
That's amazing. But yeah, and that's not like, it used to be the last few years when you pick Atlanta, it's like, they Matt Ryan, Roddy White, Julio Jones. Now they got, the big passing threat. Now they got a big running game. And that defense ain't bad either. It sort of takes them a while to get in a rhythm. They're more of a second half team. But against Washington, I think the Falcons at home steamroll them, honestly.
Yep, I'm with you there. Next game we got Jacksonville, Tampa.
Jags at the Bucks, staying in Florida for this one.
Me and you both went Tampa. They both went Jacksonville.
Yeah, Dom and Joe went to Jags. We went Bucks.
I think this is a game where Mike Evans comes out of his shell.
Could be.
He's been pretty silent all year. They're at home. I think Jacksonville's still kind of a crap team.
Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay beats them, not by much, but
I'm saying 17-16.
yeah,
It's like whatever the line is, I'd take the underdog because I really think it's going to be within a couple points. And I wouldn't. I'm guessing the Bucks got to be favored here just for being the home team.
I think they're like a 3-point favorite.
Yeah. If you're going to do that, if you're doing the spreads, I'd go with the Jags that way. But I think straight up, I'm going Bucks to win this game. Next game, Saints at the Eagles. We're both going Eagles.
Yeah,
Joe's going Eagles. Dom's the only one that took the Saints.
I just can't go in Philly. Coming off that loss.
Yeah.
They're going to be hot. And I don't think New Orleans really has the team to do much.
Yeah.
I know Breeze is back, but besides that, they haven't really shown me anything where they deserve this win next week. So
Beat an average Dallas team right now at home.
Barely.
Yeah, barely right. There's a lot of tough matchups this week, and that's not saying there's a lot of good games this week. It's just a lot of really close teams and talent.
Yeah.
Both of these teams are struggling. Philly I thought they looked better in the Jets last week. They lost again. They're both 1-3 teams, right?
Yeah.
So 2 1-3 teams. I think it's a wash just because it's In Philly, basically, is why I'm going the Eagles. If this was in New Orleans, I might have to go New Orleans. But Drew Brees on the road, I just got to go with the Eagles right now.
It was a good game since you at Baltimore. You're the only one that took the Browns
Yeah,
there.
I'm the only one that went to the Browns. Just
You know something. You know something.
I
Man's
think-
out coming out.
I don't know. I don't know that.
I get it.
I don't know though. McCown looked all right.
Yeah.
Threw for
and I
over
get it.
350.
I get it. Watching Baltimore play. Oh my God.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Again, going back to that Thursday night game, that was the first time I seen Baltimore play this year, and I thought Baltimore was going to win handedly at home against the Steelers.
They should have won.
Or that was it in Pittsburgh or Baltimore?
It was in Pittsburgh, I believe.
Yeah, it was in Pittsburgh. I thought they're going to win handedly. Vic played all right, coming in. He's not Ben Roethlisberger. He played, enough for what probably the Steelers coaches asked of him.
He played enough to win, I'll tell you that.
No, he did.
Scooby
It's
Snack,
all-
whatever the fuck his name
Scobies.
is. Didn't miss
Scooby.
all those field goals, cost me a win, you fucking bum. I'm with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop
You need
Dogg.
to get your bitch ass bye-bye, or whatever the fuck he said.
You sorry motherfucker, you. But,
But Justin Tucker came up strong for Baltimore like normal. The dude's a fucking beast.
yeah, those clutch field goal kicking. But Cleveland in San Diego, they had that game. That was almost like the Steelers.
I don't like. I always tell you I don't like the Chargers. There's nothing about them I like. I think their colors are kind of gay. I think the lightning bolt, there should be a rainbow. Like I really like. I feel like Phil Rivers, you'd have a rainbow on your lid.
The only thing I feel about this game is the Browns played great on the road way out west against San Diego. They should have won that game. That really should be a win for them. They played better. McCown went off. They're playing against a division rival back on the road. They're even more pissed off. They're super hungry. That's why I'm going Cleveland. I'm the only one going Cleveland, so as somebody tweets us,
We're getting a phone right now. Phones are blowing up. What do we got?
why Browns over Ravens? I just told you why, bud. Watch the videos this week. Subscribe also.
Why Browns over Ravens? I can't answer this. You're gonna have to reply to Mikey T.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Mike,
Any questions
our
on any games? Don't feel free. Hit us up on Twitter.
tweet us any
We'll give you our
questions.
reasons. We'll give you the full charts. You got to see our sports room here.
Yeah.
It's a little ridiculous.
Any game weeks, if you want to start them or sit them, ask
Yeah.
our insight. We'll give you our best opinion.
Both 4-0 in all our fantasy leagues. We don't lose.
Yeah.
It's that good. We can't play in the same league because it's not fair to
Yeah,
people. So
it is.
any questions, feel free to hit us up. But let's move on to the next game. We got the Rams at the Packers. Across the board Packers.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no
there's much to
discrepancy
talk
on
about.
that.
You're in Lambeau.
And that's not saying the Rams are playing. They're playing good football. They beat Arizona, an undefeated team coming into that game. But
I don't think Arizona's Green Bay.
Arizona's not Green Bay, and that's not knocking Arizona. They're a good football team. I think they're very underrated. But St. Louis going into Green Bay. St. Louis is a good team. The
Well,
Packers are a great team.
I said last week that I thought Arizona was one of the top 5 teams. And I was trying to figure out why they weren't in the top 5. Well, I got my answer.
Yeah.
They showed why they were power ranked where they were, and
Do you have like a pen in here?
I got this red.
Let me see that.
thing.
Who are the undefeated teams right now? Denver, New England, Carolina, Cincy. There's
5.
6 of them.
Yeah, there's 6.
Is there 6 or is there 5? The Falcons, right? And then Green Bay. So there's 6, yeah.
Yep.
Rate these 6 teams, top to bottom, from best. Number 1's the best team in the league. 6 shouldn't be really there.
New England 1.
New England 1.
Yep. I go Green Bay. Right now, Atlanta.
Do you say Atlanta? I put Cincy in that spot.
I'd go Cincy, Denver, and then Carolina.
I'm almost exactly the same. The only thing is, I'll go New England, Green Bay, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Denver, and Carolina. I think New England and Green Bay, that could be a Super Bowl matchup.
Right now, that's what it looks like it should be.
Unfortunately, and I'm saying that as a hardcore Bills fan, I hate him to death, but Brady, as long as he's in this league, He's going to be at the top of his game.
Flat balls, full balls, whatever kind of balls, hockey balls, whatever he wants to throw.
He could fucking throw 500 with a bocce ball.
Yeah. So the next game we got is Buffalo at Tennessee. Across the board took the Bills. I think a lot of homers here. But they got to come back. They have to win this game.
Everything in me wanted to take the Titans. All day, I wanted to take the Titans just due for the fact the Bills cannot beat a team coming off of extra time. They played New England coming off week 1, the Thursday night game. They played them week 2. They lost. They just played the Giants coming off a Thursday night game. They lost. They're playing on Titans coming off their bye week. This is the most time they've had to face against. Everything in me wanted to go against the Bills here. LaShawn's probably going to be out. Sammy, he's probably going to be game time decision at best. Carlos now has a concussion. Who knows what's going to happen
they're
with
just
that?
talking about him. He's like 50-50 right now. So, we were talking about this today. I mean, they had Trent Richardson here in Buffalo.
Yeah, they signed another guy. Thank God.
Yeah. Where's Ray Rice? Give the dude a call.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind
team,
it.
like, what are you gonna get some more bad? You got Incognito, the bully. You got the other dude who punched Smith's face off. Who
Percy
cares?
Harvin.
Percy Harvin. Bring Ray Rice. He hit his girlfriend in an elevator, dragged her by her hair.
Yeah.
He's allowed back in the league now. Not saying it's a good thing to do, but he's a good running back.
He is. Signed Dan Herron. I don't know what's going to happen with the run game right now. I'm almost not even thinking about the run game.
Dixon filled in well last year.
Yeah, he did.
They got to open up that passing game, not really worry about the running game that much. So they got to get that going. They got to do a little bit more than these 2-yard passes they're not breaking tackles, which is the difference between when I see the Bills and like the Patriots.
And they got to clean up the penalties.
If they don't clean up the penalties, it doesn't matter who your running back is.
It's a tough call. And in all honesty, I don't know how I even went the Bills. I guess it's just I seen what they did after the loss to New England. The locker room was all up in arms. It was bad in the city. I mean, it was just a bad loss. I thought they were going to go into Miami and get killed. But they bounced back after that. They're going into Tennessee. Not a great Tennessee team. They got a rookie quarterback, and that's who the Bills shine against, like younger quarterbacks. Andrew Luck, he's been in the league, 3 years now, but he's still sort of young. He's not, Tom Brady, who knows our defense.
One thing else, too, is that the defense didn't get to Eli. They didn't get to him. When they get to the quarterbacks, they seem like the whole game then explodes.
Yeah, that's it.
Tannehill was dirty and muddy and beat up.
That's how it is, those younger quarterbacks.
I don't even know if he got knocked out.
Nope.
Did he get sacked?
They had one, but it was like, it was a coverage sack. And it was a safety blitz again, D-line. I just feel like they'll bounce back. It's on the road against a very young quarterback. And the Tennessee receiver, I guess, just got arrested over a speeding ticket. Who's that rookie? Green Beckham, Dorial, whatever.
How could these people be so stupid?
Like,
you don't have the money to pay the fucking ticket?
Yeah. You're in the NFL.
Holy fuck. Give it to your agent or your mom.
Exactly.
Give it something. You fucking dumb fuck. I got a texting ticket. I gave it to my lawyer.
Yeah.
It's done. I took care of it.
It's over.
Get it together. You fucking idiot.
Yep.
Dumb
so we're all Buffalo on that one. I don't know how.
Arizona at Detroit. Not really much to talk about. Detroit. It's Detroit. And Arizona
should have won. They should have beat Seattle. It's in Detroit again, but I think Arizona, coming off a bad loss, a division loss against St. Louis, they bounced back at a big victory against the Lions this week. Next game, Patriots at the Cowboys.
I mean, they should just not even play.
Yeah, this is unless it's one of those games where, like, you know how New England once in a great while has those games where it's just like against an average opponent. It's never like division or conference game. It's always like a weird NFC team that they just lay down against. Unless that happens, which is like once every few years, I don't see how New England doesn't.
If they do lay down, I just don't think that Dallas has the fucking power to do it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I think you're right, because I want Patriots. They're on a fucking mission, man.
Yeah, the next game, too, is pretty much they're all across the board. Denver at Oakland. I mean, what an upset that would be, but I just don't see it happening. I went with your Raiders.
Is that really enough? I think Oakland's good. I'm not going Oakland this week. I'm always on Oakland's bandwagon. Man. I should have looked into that game a little bit more.
Who'd they lose to last week? The fucking Bears?
Was it? The Bears. Yeah.
They got no
It's just a team you never know, man. Watch that be the game.
Watch that be the.
We're all going Denver, but watch that be the game that. I should have looked into that more.
We'll put money on that one then, because I think the spread's like 9.5.
Okay.
Let's be our spread game for the week.
Spread game.
Spread those legs. Next game, 49ers in New York. The Giants look good here in Buffalo. 49ers just don't. So.
Not at all.
I don't know. Kaepernick's all over the goddamn place.
Giants are back at home.
Yeah, I think that's a beat up game.
San Fran coming as far east as possible. Coming as far west as possible. This is going to be a good game for them. Giants win this handedly.
Monday night.
Monday Night Football.
Hit it, San Diego.
Steelers, Chargers.
I'm doing it again. I'm running with Vic.
He's going with the Steelers again. They still have Scobie? I didn't hear nothing about them releasing him or nothing.
What are they going to do? I don't know. They still have Scobie. They still got Vic.
It could be, though, because you've seen what Cleveland did when they went into San Diego. They should have won. And I think the Steelers, without Ben, are a better team than Cleveland. So they could. But I think
Steelers are going to be pissed off about that loss because they should have won the game.
they're coming off a long week, too.
I think that the coaching staff, and it's even a longer because it's not till Monday.
Yeah.
Say it from Thursday to Monday. I just think that they're going to come in. They're going to be heated. I think you're going to have a huge game out of Bell. I just think that's where it's going to be. And hopefully Scobie doesn't miss some kicks and we'll be good to go.
So,
I'm
going Chargers. I just feel like they can bounce back after that a close game to Cleveland at home. They got to win, but I think they're just a better team than what they put out on the field against Cleveland. Prime time, Rivers. I just like Rivers, man. I feel like he's got to show up eventually.
He's such a fucking baby back bitch.
But he's good.
He is, but he's just like always a little whiny.
Oh yeah, he's whines a lot. He's like
him and Cutler.
Yeah. They hate each other too, isn't that weird?
They should be. They're probably brothers. They're probably lovers.
So we both got the Colts over the Texans, Chiefs over the Bears, Bengals over the Seahawks, Falcons over the Redskins. We both got the Bucks over the Jags, the Eagles over the Saints. I'm going Browns over Ravens. He's going Ravens over Browns.
Did you hear that?
No. Someone just threw a rock at our window.
Oh my god.
Fucking people. Packers over the Rams. Bills over the Titans. Cardinals over the Lions. Patriots over the Cowboys. Broncos over the Raiders. Oh man, I should look at Giants over the 49ers.
You love those Raiders. You should get a Raiders jersey.
I'd get a Khalil Mack. I'd take in the Chargers over the Steelers on Monday Night Football.
You're going to lose that one.
He's going Steelers. That's for our Week 5 NFL picks. Beer Sports Church. Subscribe, like, follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page.
Just like us. We're good people.
We're good guys.
If you guys want to make some money, give us a call. We got 2 picks this week for free on us.
Stardoms, sit-ems, any questions you have, ask us on Twitter. And it's not just one of us who are answering it. We put all 4 of our inputs, so that's 4 experts.
Yeah.
You're almost guaranteed to win.
We're also going to do one celebrity guest. We're going to start doing celebrity guests that come in.
We have a few people lined up. I think
big name.
Donald
big
Trump
name.
is coming in next week.
Donald Trump, maybe Tony Stark, Ryan Susie, Bill Belichick should be here.
Imagine if we can get Ryan Susie in here.
Imagine if Ryan Susie came. I got his toy.
Imagine if we could. Oh my god.
The guy's
I never even thought of that.
The guy's the best fucking race car man we ever met.
Rumors are he actually, when Dale Earnhardt Sr. was on the road, he raised Dale Jr.
He did. I heard that.
That's the Schefter tweeted that.
Yeah. See, you know what? I think you're right. I think that they actually let him drive his car too, and just pretend they put Dale's face on his face.
Yeah, you know what? That's right. Man, imagine if we get Susie in here.
Hopefully we can.
Ryan fucking Susie.
Ryan Susie, if you're watching, we got a seat for you
We're
next
big
week.
fans. I already have my shirt. If you sign my arm, I'll get it tatted.
You sign my ass, I'll get that tatted. Week 5 picks. Subscribe.